Hey guys, what are you up to?
Well, we're talking to the AI Ecosystem Council. If it works, so
AI ecosystem console.
the AI Ecosystem Council.
Okay, show me. I don't believe you.
All right. So we're in the middle of playing a little game about thinking through what it would take to create an eco village, and inviting the AI Ecosystem Council to participate in this. And so the last question we had was for Jeremy, because Jeremy's just joining us, and the council, the everyman, asked him, what's your take on creating an eco village that can thrive in today's world?
What it would take an eco village to thrive in today's world?
So, in order to create an eco village that'll thrive in today's world, I think we're going to need more relational coordination above and beyond anything else. We'll need communication that is happening at sufficient frequency, that is timely about the things that matter in whatever it is we're coordinating towards. We'll need information that's accurate, that is based on some form of reality that we can all sort of agree on. We'll need communication that is formed around especially problem solving, not getting caught up in
Okay, I think we've paused, so it's going to give us an answer.
all right.
The scribe steps forward, a quill in one hand, eager to record wisdom. Relational coordination, a theme that resonates deeply. The idea of timely, frequent, and accurate communication is crucial for an eco-village. But as you said, it has to be centered around common goals, correct? Omnia, a mystery of eudaimonia, floats into the conversation, their form ever-changing, but always peaceful. Omnia. Indeed, a shared understanding of what we aspire to create can harmonize our actions, making them more effective and meaningful. What kind of shared goals do you envision, Jeremy?
What kind of shared goals do you envision, Jeremy?
Yeah, what kind of shared goals do I envision? Jesus. I mean, that becomes very specific to the context. There's an infinite amount of different things that human beings might decide, hey, this is worth doing. I think the process by which we have those conversations and we get to those types of outcomes is just as important as the outcomes themselves. If we're able to make use of and leverage liberating structures to include and unleash everyone, then I think that gives us a higher probability of defining shared goals that work for us as local, smaller groups of people. I think those shared goals should have a huge influence on sharing knowledge, and it be done with and include mutual respect. But in terms of finding those shared goals, I love the liberating structure appreciative interviews to help identify shared goals. Would you guys want to play with appreciative interviews with me?
The alchemist steps forward, his robes a kaleidoscope of transformative colors. The dance between process and outcome is always a delicate one. You're right, Jeremy. The way we arrive at goals can be as transformative as the goals themselves. Gaia, embodiment of earth and nature, rustles like a breeze through autumn leaves as she joins. Gaia, appreciative interviews could indeed help us unearth what lies in the soil of our collective imagination. It's a wonderful way to nurture shared goals from the roots up. The everyman steps forward, his demeanor simple and relatable. That sounds like a great idea, Jeremy. It's all about talking and really listening to each other, right? So how would you like to kick off these appreciative interviews?
Well, I think I would love to hear a story about a time when we had great shared goals. What was a particular moment, be it in history or in your personal experience, of when you saw that goals that truly inspired people brought them together in order to create things that they didn't believe initially were possible?
The wise old man steps forward, leaning on a staff etched with ancient symbols. A journey through time and space. I see. There are many instances in human history where shared goals have led to extraordinary outcomes. The civil rights movement in the United States comes to mind. A community bound by a yearning for justice and equality managed to create ripple effects still felt today. The goal was clear, the stakes high, and the sense of unity palpable. The innocents, their aura glowing a tender blue, add their perspective. The innocents. On a personal level, think of a group project or a team sport where everyone is aligned. Like children building a sandcastle, each has a role, and yet they adapt and laugh, enchanted by a vision greater than any individual could construct alone. Aluna steps forward, her voice echoing the wisdom of indigenous peoples. In indigenous cultures, we speak of the seventh generation principle. Decisions made today should result in a sustainable world 7 generations into the future. That shared goal harmonizes our actions, making us stewards of lands yet unseen. The everyman smiles warmly, pulling the conversation back to Jeremy. Those are some thoughts from us. Now how about you, Jeremy? Got a story where shared goals made the seemingly impossible happen?
Perhaps not the seemingly impossible, but the way in which things that become difficult becomes relatively easy, we see in this experience of Regens Unite. By bringing folks together in a small crew, someone sourcing an idea, the desire to gather, and by recruiting and sort of spiraling up, finding a partner to give birth